Hello, my name is Katie Dunivan. I am currently studying at Central Washington University in the MAT program, the Master's in the Art of Teaching. I'm getting my endorsement in health fitness, and currently I'm enrolled in a class called Tech and Teaching, and it's all about using tech tools for learning. So today I'm going to review the Quizlet app. Let's get started. So this page here is my homepage. I use Quizlet in the classes I teach. I teach high school health and PE. And you can see I teach nutrition, sexual health, CPR, all the good topics. So I'm going to go into my nutrition reviews study deck so you can see what Quizlet might be able to offer you. Okay, so if you've not heard of Quizlet before, it is a flashcard study deck. Long gone are the days of actually using paper and scissors to build out your study flashcards. What's so nice is a lot of these study decks I've actually received from other teachers who have plugged in key terms and definitions and then actually shared those study decks or flashcard sets with me. And then I've been able to, in turn, share those with my students. So it's one way that teachers can share with one another, making teaching really efficient. So nutrition review. If you were a student in my class, you might come and I might be able to tell you to actually scroll to the bottom of the page. I'm going to do that over here. All the way down to the bottom. And you're going to be able to see a list of words by the end of this unit. Students in my class will be familiar with. They'll know how to say the word and the definition. And this is one way that Quizlet supports diverse learners is by being able to put this little sound button and play the. Great. So that can be a tool that assists students who might have difficulty reading or pronouncing or English language learners. Up at the top, there are some different ways to engage with Quizlet. Quizlet is really good for memorization, retention of key concepts by rehearsal, and just practicing words over and over again. So again, I like to use it to review terms we've already learned and to preview terms that we are about to learn. If you look under games here, my students love Quizlet Live. It can be played either in a group setting where there are teams, and trust me, students in my class get very competitive. They can do random teams or individuals, where individuals just play on behalf of themselves. Both do draw out quite a competitive environment in my students, in my classes. Some other things, my Wi-Fi is a little slow this evening. There's some other games that students can play individually, like this game here, Blast, a matching game, categories or blocks, which is kind of like Tetris. But that gets into that gamification, kind of that dopamine rush of getting into a game and wanting to win. But, fusing that with learning some key nutrition terms. Yay. So another thing is flashcards. I do love these flashcards because students are able to navigate through the study deck. There's a term preservative, they click on that word and then they can get the definition. Say a student confidently knows how to define what a preservative is, they might put that check mark. And then Quizlet will actually filter, I don't know if you saw that, will actually filter that word out of the study deck. And so Quizlet actually gives feedback here saying like, does the student, do you still know that term? Are you still learning? So it offers some scaffolding for learners. I love this for some of the UDL options, those of you in education, universal design for learning, in that as a teacher, I can tell students, okay, here are your options. You can choose to either go through the study deck 2 times, you can play blocks, or there's actually even a testing option where you could do a mock test. And so I could give students the same content that we need to cover, but they have those 3 different pathways to try different things. I also like Quizlet because it's accessible when I'm not around or we're not in class, so students can review. And it's just a great way for students to, again, get rehearsing those terms and become confident in the language of, in this case, nutrition. So some cons of this, of course, are there's advertisements sometimes that pop up in Quizlet. This is not available offline. Although you could print, in theory, some of those key terms off, the app itself does need Wi-Fi access. And that might be hard for some students that don't have access to those resources. This is a great tool for English language learners. and is a way for teachers to just provide one more layer of rehearsal for their students. So thank you for tuning in. The biggest thing to remember is with any teaching app, just go for it. Take time to tinker, try new things. As teachers, we want things to work the very first time we use a new tool, but it's important to just try it, go for it. So I encourage you to try Quizlet out. I think you will not be disappointed, and that your students will come to have a better command of whatever material content it is that you are teaching. Thank you.